Hey Cappies, I'm Island Turtle. Welcome to BOMISpirit. Oh, suddenly my voice just got kind of weird. This is going to be the monthly general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I know it's been a bit since I've done sign readings. I had some stuff come up. I talked about it a lot already. I don't know how to talk about it anymore. There's a part 2 over on Patreon. You can also find it on Vimeo. On Patreon, you also get early access to things like early access to the weeklies, early access to the sign readings part 1, and then of course you'll have access to extendeds depending on the tier that you're choosing. Just to let you guys know how that works. Everything that you need is listed below for your convenience: socials, websites, Patreon, Vimeo stuff. Anyway, just have to give that little spiel. Capricorn, I actually hesitated doing you guys next. I actually put you guys off a little bit because I did the you and them Capricorn reading, which is like the special series I'm doing for Venus retrograde outside of the Venus retrograde sign readings. And also a lot of stuff that's going collectively. I feel like Capricorn is you're part of the collective, but I kept feeling Capricorn and Earth energy with some of the collective stuff that's been coming through. So I was like, let me put them off. Like, I feel like it's going to be kind of repetitive, but Spirit was really clear that no, Capricorn, we need to have a sit down, apparently. I was getting some hesitancy, some resistant energy, a little bit of like, man, I don't want to go there. I don't want to think about it. So let's see what's going on with you, okay? Let's just go there. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off and let's just see what's up. There's quite a few different decks that want to work with you today. So I'm just trying to suss out and feel which ones we should use. Actually, even some older decks are, oh, you know what? The Moon deck is calling. Why is the Moon deck calling? I don't think I've used this on YouTube in like 3 years. I don't even know if it's listed below anymore. I don't think I have the book handy. Oh, I do. It's actually way up there. I probably won't need the book anyway, but I just got really dizzy. Capricorn, I feel like whatever's going on with you, as far as this level of resistance or hesitancy, I feel like it's a call to the emotional, to the spiritual, to the non-physical. I almost want to say to the Cancer part of you, the complement to your 1-7. This could definitely be relating to partnership of some kind, or it could be pertaining to your shadow, which is also like your complement, right? Your light side, your dark side, if you will. But it feels very much about the non-physical. You could be having a lot of crown and third eye stuff and a lot of activations. My crown is suddenly like buzzing, okay? But let's go ahead and see. Well, I'm like suddenly feeling anxious. Like my heart just went boo, 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 boo. Why don't you want to go here? Wherever here is, because I don't even know where here is yet. But I'm just getting anxiety. I'm getting fear. A lot of stuff going on in the heart space for my Capricorns right now. My stomach just got hot. I just got butterflies. This feels like a whole body nervous and anxious reaction. Okay, Capricorns. We're just gonna do it. Okay, we're just gonna do it. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, look. Cancer. New moon Cancer. There is a new moon Cancer coming up, Cappies. It's coming up at the end of end of July. I believe it's like the 17th or 18th. You know what? I think I actually have it in my notes for Venus retrograde. Hold on, let me check here. Virgo, that's full moon Pisces, Leo, Aquarius. I didn't write down the date, I swear. Oh yeah, the 17th. July 17th. No, sorry, let me put that on Do Not Disturb. Okay, I do gotta watch the time though. Anyway, the new moon Cancer happening on July 17th at 24 degrees Cancer. I also have some aspects written here. Where's Regulus? That's not strong enough, I'd say. Venus will be trying the North Node on the new moon in Cancer. Also sextile Uranus. Oh my. It's making my heart sink. It's making my whole system like react. Anyway, new moon Cancer, you and your loved ones are safe. Cancer is all about emotional security and stability. Love, maternal energy, the feminine, the mother, parent-child dynamics, the home, domestic life, and feeling very emotionally taken care of in that way. It's why it's associated with the mother, right? And oftentimes I look at you as the father. I've also been looking at Taurus as almost like the new father, but that's like a whole other thing. Anyway, new moon Cancer coming out here. The new moon Cancer is going to be a little bit of a wake-up call. So clearly, like, this is okay. So there's like, you're in some sort of big process here, and through the full moon Capricorn, which is coming up in like I think a week or so, and then we have this new moon Cancer. When I tuned into those, when I was doing the Venus retrograde notes, it felt like a shakeup. It felt like a reality check, is what it felt like, as far as who is important to you and what provides. This is collectively, like, who is important to you, who you actually love, who actually loves you, and like who you want to have home with, who feels like home, what does home feel like. Clyde, sorry, he's being a lot right now. Clyde, I don't got the time. There's a lot going on today. I don't got the time. As my fur baby child is like acting out. Anyway, so that's coming up here for you Capricorns in your reading. Full moon Capricorn, new moon Cancer is going to be very significant for you, so I'd really pay attention to that. I feel like asking yourself those questions scares you, makes you anxious, makes you emotional on what home really is to you, what love really is to you, what loved ones and family really is to you, what emotional security really is to you. There's something there that could be potentially traumatic, but it's like, it's very emotional, and I just feel like it evokes anxiety within you. Maybe because it's almost like on some level those things are, that's interesting. Some of you guys might feel like those things are outside of your control. I mean, there's a lot that's outside of our control, right? You have a very deep heart, Capricorns, a very, very deep heart. Some of you guys could be Cancer moons. You have a very, very deep heart and soul, whether people realize that or not, or even whether you allow yourself to realize that or not, or experience that. Can't even make this shit up. New moon eclipse, expect powerful change, and then look, full moon Capricorn, which are exactly the two moons that we have coming up, okay? We have the full moon Capricorn, and then we have the new moon Cancer. This is about your 1-7, the house of self and the house of the mirror of self, the house of marriage, relationships, even like products of you, like of your creative endeavors and efforts, which is also why it rules Libra. It's like creativity and money and rewards and materials and things of that nature. And right in the middle of this, new moon eclipse, expect powerful change. New moon eclipses tend to be very internal changes, while solars are much more about the external changes. There's something changing about you internally, and it's about your heart. It's about your heart. Full moon Capricorn is happening on July 3rd, and the new moon Cancer is happening on July 17th. Those are right around the corner, people. Those are right around the corner. The full moon Capricorn will provide clarity. It's also going to be it's also going to have a nice trine to Jupiter, as I can see here. Venus is still going to be working with Lilith and Uranus and Chiron. But the full moon's going to be opposing Mercury, because Mercury's in Cancer, but Mercury's going to be working with Orcus. So what does all that mean? I feel like it's almost like the earthly plane wants to take over at the beginning of July. This almost feels like a July reading for you guys. Not necessarily meant to be set up that way. It feels like the earthly plane wants to take over. Like, you want to maintain your focus there, but there's such a call to your heart and a call to what matters to you on that level, particularly with family and domestic life and emotional connection. But I can feel there's like a trepidation there, like your heart feels shaky. But that's why this is here, because yeah, there's going to be some major changes in your life when it comes to that, but especially how you feel about those things. Okay, those are all the cards I'm going to pull, because I feel like there's a lot going on there, and I want to keep it going. Let's keep it going. So just to reiterate, new moon Cancer, full moon Capricorn, and new moon eclipse energies here. All right, let's go ahead and pull some other cards for you. Ooh, this deck hasn't come out in a long time. Capricorn, it's almost like we're doing a throwback here. You might have some nostalgia in the coming, I almost want to say the coming month. Are these already prepped? Oh, they are. They're just upside down. I'm going to use the Tarot of Dreams deck. Also, I haven't used this in probably 2 or 3 years. Sorry, back to your reading. Nostalgia. I do have this feeling of nostalgia with you, reminiscing. Again, this crave of like family life, this crave of being surrounded by love. And again, really how much that matters to you. but I can feel even acknowledging it scares you or brings up a lot of emotion. Anything else for my Capricorns? You might have a lot of stuff for you going on between masculine, feminine, mother, father, those kind of energies, programs, dynamics, etc. Let's do one more. Okay. Any other messages or insights for my Capricorns? I feel such strong Cancer energy with you. It's crazy. Any other messages or insights for my Capricorns? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh! I mean, it is your card, the devil. It's just every time it comes out, it's like, ooh. This is kind of a gnarly devil depiction as well. But it is your card, so it could just be representing you. I don't think so, though. I gotta be honest. Capricorn, the reason you represent the devil, this is just my interpretation. I'm not saying this is fact. It's just how I look at it. I feel like you are associated with the devil because you're associated with Saturn. Saturn, Satan, Saturn. Saturn is fixation and discipline and focus and rigidity. And it has a purpose. It's for growth. It's for growth. It's for maturation. It's for development. It's for learning lessons. It's for karma energy as well. That is you. That is you. That is Saturn. That's why you are disciplined. That's why you're focused. That's why you work. The shadowy representation of that is obsession. Okay? The shadowy representation of that is overdue, over-focus, tunnel vision, indulge. You see where I'm going with this. That's why I feel like you are associated with the devil. There's good and there's bad with this card. It's not all bad, right? But wherever your focus has been, Capricorn, you have been avoiding the emotional. You have been avoiding this deep desire for the emotional nourishment of tribe and family and domestic life. Something about that makes you nervous, something about that makes you anxious, something about that evokes emotion that makes you want to retreat from it. And again, maybe it's because it makes you feel out of control, because devil's also about control. Or maybe there's some trauma there. Could totally be the case, but that part of you is about to change. It's about to shift. Anything else for my Capricorns? Anything else for my Capricorns? Two of Wands in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse speaks of indecision. Yeah, it's avoidance. I just keep getting avoidance. Wherever your focus has been, it hasn't been on this, and you don't really want it to be. I can feel it. It makes you feel anxious and scared and vulnerable and unsure and like out of control. It makes you feel out of control. Anything else for my Capricorns? Any other messages or insights for my Capricorns? Yee, just keeps going, huh? Three of Pentacles in reverse coming after the two. There's so much energy going through my heart in your reading. The Three of Pentacles is about collaborations, friendships. It's about co-creating with spirit, potentially other people, friendships, plans, even repair, like mending things, if you will, right? But it's usually the beginnings of something. You're really holding back on, to be honest, I just got to say it, cultivating with other people. That's how it feels. This indecision is coming up because you're fighting your heart. Your heart's telling you to go and forge something with other people or another person, or go and create that, the space, the opportunities for emotional nourishment, especially in terms of family and domestic life. But you're like, no, my heart is literally like shaking, like in response to your energy. Like, I think that's how it makes you feel. It makes you feel shaky. It makes you feel scared. And it makes you just go, no. There's something about it being new as well. Like there's a new energy about it, or a new way of going about it, because it is your heart being like, hey, this matters to you. Please acknowledge that this matters to you. Acknowledge why you're trying not to acknowledge me. Like it's like your heart's asking the big questions, and it's being really loud. And the full moon Capricorn and new moon Cancer coming up is totally going to bring this up as well. It's going to amplify that voice of your heart in a way. Some of you have also been really focused on like a goal, an end goal, and let's just call it 10 of Pentacles for the sake of just easy discussion. Let's say you've been focused on your 10 of Pentacles, right? And you've been doing all the things that you think you're supposed to be doing. Maybe you've been putting in a lot of late hours. Maybe you've been really pushing yourself. Maybe you've been going over all the details. Maybe you've been in serious manifesting mode, co-creating mode, whatever it is. There's been a missing component, and it's been what you've been avoiding. So some of you have hit a wall with whatever it is that you're trying to progress into or towards, because you need to acknowledge this, okay? It's coming down to relationships. I mean, honestly, that's what it is. It's coming down to relationships and emotional vulnerability and security within relationships. Anything else for my Capricorns pertaining to this spread? So on the Devil, we also have, it's funny because we're all in the new moon Cancer so far. None of the cards have even touched this yet. And this is actually coming before the new moon Cancer. But anyway, Judgment in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse with the Devil. Judgment in reverse is it's a sign from Spirit to be like, hey, something needs another look. You need to take another look at something because something isn't right spiritually. Queen of Wands in reverse, there's a discouragement with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse can also be like catty or anger, and there could be some anger that's fueling some wounds. That could totally be the case for some of you, but for the most part, I feel like it's this, I want to say it's a lack of confidence. Yeah, I want to say it's a lack of confidence or discouragement, but for some of you, it could totally be anger. Like, look at why you're actually angry. Look at what it is that you're feeling. Yeah, look at what it is that you're feeling. Look at what it is that you're actually feeling. There's a Queen of Wands in reverse energy hiding in your heart, and it's you. Why is that there? Why is that there? Why are you feeling this? Your heart is asking you the big questions. And then we have Hermit in reverse with the Palace of Coins. Now, palaces are unique to this deck. It's like a mindset. It's like basically an indication of where your mind is. Your mind is on the earthly plane, as I thought it was. It's not on the water. It's not on the internal world. It's on the external world, which I get. But that also tells me with Hermit in reverse that you're not going within. You're not going into the internal world. You're staying very much in the physical. You're staying very focused on the physical, and you gotta go within. There's also an indication that you have a disconnect with self, a disconnect with your heart, which again, your heart is begging you to listen here. Wow. All right, let's keep going. Anything else for my Capricorns? Listen to your heart. That song just came up. I don't know the rest of the words. I just heard that lyric in my head. Listen to your heart. Who sings that? Hold on. Now I gotta know. Oh shit, I'm at 30 minutes. Wait. How do I do this? I've never used this function before. Let's give it a try. Who sings Listen to Your Heart? Should have put lyric. Okay. Kind of want to pull up the lyrics. God, do we have time for that? Lyrics. Okay. I know there's something in the wake of your smile. I get a notion from the look in your eyes. Yeah, you've built a love, but that love falls apart. Your little piece of heaven turns to dark. Listen to your heart when he's calling for you. Listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where you're going and I don't know why, but listen to your heart before you tell him goodbye. Okay, so it's about a relationship. But even taking that like out of the relationship context of relationship, maybe this is about a relationship for you. I mean, it is about relationships. Oh, do we have intimacy problems? Do we have trust problems? Do we have commitment problems? Sometimes you wonder if this fight is worthwhile. The precious moments are all lost in the tide. They're swept away and nothing is what it seems. The feeling of belonging to your dreams. Listen to your heart when he's calling for you. Listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where you're going and I don't know why, but listen to your heart before you tell him goodbye. And there are voices that want to be heard, so much to mention, but you can't find the words. Ooh. The scent of magic, the beauty that's been when love was wilder than the wind. This is about, yeah, again, listen, okay, listen to your heart, listen to your heart. You can look up the lyrics later, but listen to your heart because of the last time you felt free. Queen of Wands is a very free energy. When she's in this vibe, she's not, right? Your heart's not free and there's a reason, and your heart's trying to tell you what the reason is and to free yourself that way. So you can also have freedom within relationships to have that emotional safety. All right. Any other messages or insights from my Capricorns? So when people want in with you, want to bond with you, listen to what your heart wants. Your heart wants in on that. 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the 3 of Swords in reverse. That wants to come on the full moon, Capricorn. There's a lot of pain going on in that 3 of Swords. Some of you, it's a feeling of betrayal. Again, it all comes down to not feeling safe in the heart space, right? The 9 of Pentacles in reverse sometimes speaks to being in a relationship. Like, relationships don't make you feel safe, which we've gathered already, but it's bigger than that. There's a big insecurity there. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse is indicating a really big insecurity there. I just keep getting insecurity. Relationships make you feel insecure, or you're insecure about how you are in them. So full moon Capricorn is going to make you realize this insecurity, and the new moon Cancer is going to beg you to make a change, to try something different, to try to listen to your heart. That's just going to be the title of your reading. Any other messages or insights from my Capricorns pertaining to this spread? And right smack dab in the middle, we get Cancer, the Queen of Cups, who always listens to her heart. Literally, she landed on the eclipse energy. So this came out with the full moon Capricorn. Everything else I've read came out with the new moon Cancer card. And then right in the middle with the new moon eclipse, come here, which is going to be the gift of the new moon Cancer, Queen of Cups. Being in your heart, listening to your heart. Some of you, this is going to be a heart chakra opening, and if that's the case, yeah, I know it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it, okay? Anything else, my Capricorns? Yeah, you're like a hardcore Cancer in this energy. I just keep feeling Cancer, 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 Cancer. I can barely feel Capricorn at this point. And then overall, Palace of Cups. Shifting from Cappy, earthy focus, to Cancer, water focus. This is where you need to be. You need to own this piece of yourself. Cancer is your underworld. It is part of your shadow. It is your complement. It's all the same thing. It's the other piece of you that's hard for you to tap into, express, embody, and your heart's like, embody it. You'll be happy you did. Palace of Cups. Yeah, because it's going to liberate you with the Hangman. Some of you guys are going to have to be in hermit mode a little bit or take a pause on things in order to make this happen, okay? Oh, I don't normally sneeze that loud. All right, we're going to jump over to part 2. Don't forget to check out the website and all the stuff linked below. This is where we part ways. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you're going to watch part 2, I hope you enjoy that too. Let's go over there. See you guys soon.